Good morning, YouTube. I'm Yasmin. I'm a host for Talk and Talk. That is a platform where we practice languages. Here we can practice English, Spanish, and French. And in the future, we'll have more languages to practice. And our practicing is around a fully conversation in the language that we are practicing for. So we have some subject and some questions to talk about. Today we'll talk about the heart versus the head when you make emotional decisions. And well, a little about me. I'm 20, I live at São Paulo. I work as a software developer, and I've been here since 2023, practicing my English and my Spanish too. So, Daphne, could you present yourself to us, please?
Good morning, ladies. My name is Daphne. I'm 30 years old. I'm married. I work at warehousing logistic area. I live in London. I like to sing, dance, and spend my time with my friends and family, and go out to try new restaurants or different foods and to walk around the nature. That's it.
Nice, thank you for sharing with us. Good activities. Lilian?
I'm Lilian. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I work as a data analyst. I live here with my husband and our pet. And I'm here because I would like to improve my English. So I try to keep the habit to practice at least one immersion per day.
Thank you for sharing. Julie, what about you?
Hello, my name is Julie Mara, but everyone calls me Julie. I am 46 years old, married, and I have a daughter named Victoria. I'm from Rio Grande do Sul, lived in São Paulo for 17 years, and currently live in Portugal. I like reading, studying, and learning new things.
So nice, thank you for sharing with us. So starting our first question, Lilian, do you consider yourself a rational or an emotional person?
I think I'm totally rational. And sometimes some people think I'm cold because I don't have like many feelings or emotions in some situations. So I prefer to think more and to make decisions when I don't see any risks on that. And I have I have parents alive, and I remember one day my mother passed out, and my sister he got oh God, she will die. She got with I don't know I don't know the word actually. And I keep my calm. I called to the doctor. I did everything that needed to do. And this day I realized, oh, I'm more rational than normal people, and I use it uh, in my favor, not something that like bothers me a lot.
Yeah, in this kind of situation, it's good to be next to a rational person because there are a lot of things to deal with. And if we just act with the emotions, it'd be really hard to deal with the things. And for you, Daphne, are you a rational or emotional person?
When I was young, I used it to be more emotional and take decision through my emotion. But now I'm 30, I'm getting old, and I'm not I am more rational. I think before to take decision. I I count in my head what I need to do, what I need to avoid, and I am more established, is I am less emotional. But sometimes I have a panic attack or anxiety moment. It's very normal for me. But I'm normal. I would say I'm a normal person. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us. Julie, and about you?
Question one. I consider myself a balance of both. I really on logic for decision making, but also I acknowledge that emotions guide intuition and empathy in complex situations.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to know when to be rational and when to be emotional. It's hard. So, question two. Daphne, what was the last big decision you made? Was it based on logic or feelings?
I think it was based on feelings because I wanted to please my husband. It was a birthday party, and I made a party based on my feelings, just to share my love, my admiration, and I invited his friends. Even I'm not in liking his friends, but just to please him.
So nice. Great action. Even, like you said, even you did like their friends. You invited them.
How to say it? Mesmo eu não gostando, what is the right
Mm,
say? Mesmo eu não gostando?
Interesting
Is this?
question. I'm
I don't
searching
know how to
here.
say the right sentence.
Yeah, searching here because, yeah, even though I don't like it,
Okay.
or even though I don't like, I will send here. I think it's a really interesting expression.
Yeah, even though I don't like them, I invited them to come.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
yeah, great action. Thank you for sharing with us. And for you, Jolie, the question two.
The question two. The last big decision I made was changing my career path. It was a combination of logic and feelings. I analyzed the opportunities and the risks, but I also considered what would make me fulfilled.
Yeah, I also did a career change, was my last big decision too. But for me, it was totally logical because I'm an anxious person and I talked a lot about what could be resulted in bad things and good things too. So if I just let my emotional side became, I think I wouldn't make this change. I needed to be totally rational in that. And for you, Lilia.
For me, I think no. I'm sure it was related with a pregnancy because I would like to get pregnant this year, and for me it was a big decision. But I think it was like a logical decision, even if it will makes a lot of sense in my life, and I'm in the peak of my career right now. I think it is like something that needs to happen for me. It is more important than my career. It is more important than my role. So for me, it was logical, but I know that when the baby comes, I'm going to get crazy. So it is difficult to don't express any feelings about that decision.
I hope you can get it and enjoy this moment.
I hope so.
Thank you for sharing with us. So, Lilian, the question 3. Is it easy for you to put your emotion in words?
No, it isn't. When I need to tell something for my husband, I think a lot. I train in my brain several times because not to say love you for me it is easy, but when I need to ask him to change a behavior or uh, to talk about the feelings, all the feelings. I need to think too much and plan all things in my brain. And it happens with everyone. When I need to talk with my mom, my father, my siblings, it is not easy for me.
I passed through the same situation. I have a big difficult to share my feelings, and I try to prepare myself, like you said, prepare before, but normally I forgot everything. When is the situation to talk, I just forgot and say, for example, if I need to justify some emotion of me, I can't. I don't know. It's really hard. And for you, Daphne, is easy or hard for you?
Um, yeah, for me, it's hard because when I access my emotions, sometimes I lose the control and I start to smelling or talk aloud. And I am Italian. My family is Italian, and we use it to talk aloud. And sometimes other things I may fighting, but no, it's just in my way to say. And sometimes I need to take breath and not to talk aloud, just in um, say the lovely words and pass the message the relaxed way, not to fight, but to open the conversation, to taking a clear conversation, because the emotions sometimes turn us dumb or selfish, and I prefer to avoid access my emotion when I want to have a deep conversation.
Yeah, it's really hard because when we are fully for some difficult emotions or bad emotions, is like we say and do things that we regret after that.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's hard to keep the control in the situations, but it's necessary.
Is necessary. Yeah.
Thank you, Daphne. Julie, and about you, the question 3.
It is easy, especially when I am self-aware. Other time it is challenging because the emotions can be complex and not fully rationalize it.
Yeah, for me, it's hard. Like I said, I have some problem to share my emotions. And also, I remember now that Daphne said to say out loud the things. I don't say out loud, but I can sound aggressive. Because once I prepare something to talk, I try to talk really fast to not forget anything. And then once I talk really fast, can sound that I am angry or mad with someone. So yeah, it's hard. It's a hard thing. And it's a really great skill for who have it. So let me see here. Lilian, the guy from the video that we saw, Simon Sinek, say humans are emotionally driven animals. Do you agree with him?
We skip the question 4. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's the four. Yeah, sorry. So have you ever
Yes.
trusted your gut? Uh, that is trusted in your institution, and was it a good decision?
Yes, I have. Yesterday, I chose don't go to the gym because it was raining a lot. So I just don't, no, I don't go. And my street flooded with water. A car crashed in front of my house, and the water fall down. I don't know how to say that. Only at 9 p.m. So and it was totally into intuition because I was in my gate asking for an Uber because it was raining. But I said no, I don't go. I prefer don't go to there today. And it was a good decision.
Yeah, there are some times that our gut just say or do something to us, think two times before do something. Normally, when I search the word I didn't knew before is unforeseen, is like imprevisto. Sometimes when some unforeseen happens with me, and I need to change my schedule and change the activity I planned to do. I every time think, okay, this unforeseen could be a message to not pass to a bad situation because already occurred with me some unforeseen, just avoid me to pass through a bad situation. So I just say, okay, thank you, universe. Because of that, I will not get mad with these changes. Just accept that because something bad could happen. So yeah. And for you, Daphne, have you ever trusted your gut?
Yes, I avoid bad situations, especially with persons. Sometimes my vibe don't match with other. And after sometimes I realized that person wasn't a good person. And I would avoid it to have a bad relationships with him. Yes, always I trust in my gut, and usually I take a good decisions.
Yeah, this happens a lot with me, too. To not be, I don't know, feel comfortable with someone. It's like someone has something strange. And this happens a lot with me. If I don't, let me see. if there is an expression for it, because in Portuguese we have o santo não bateu, but okay, it's like we didn't hit it off. So sometimes someone didn't hit it off with me at the beginning, and even if the person do a lot of good things, I will be I don't know, just expecting a reason for that, and could pass months, years, but something happens, and I say, okay, my gut was right. This happens a lot with me. And for you, Julie, about question 4.
Yes, I have trusted my gut in hiring decision and the career choice. Most of the time, it leads to positive outcomes, although it is always best when intuition is supported by facts.
Yeah, it's really good when our gut is supported by something that happens. It's like a proof of this is doing well, and I think it's easier to keep going with the gut. So now the question 5. So the guide of the video says humans are emotionally driven animals. Julie, do you agree with him?
Como?
The question 5.
The question 5. Yes, I agree. Emotion often drive behavior more than logic, influencing motivation, relationships, and the decision making. Rational talk supports, but rarely overrides emotional impulses.
Yeah, so nice. Yeah, I agree with you. Um, the relationships and the motivation is something that lead so much times the situations, and isn't possible to have it without the feelings. So thank you. Daphne, what about you?
Yes, this phrase means offensive, but when we deeply think about it, it's it's true. It's true because everything we do, it's driving by our emotional. For example, if you want to make money or seems more beautiful, usually these emotions behind us come from to comparing to others, or sometimes you want to achieve more respect, more influent friends, and the most of time what we do what we do, it's about emotions. For example, try to lose weight. Sometimes we want to be thin like the models because we compare it to others. I think it's it.
Happens a lot. Thank you, Daphne. Lilian, what about you?
I agree with him. Mainly because I think we don't think too much when we need to make a decision. For example, if someone wants to buy anything, it's very unusual that this person do a to-do list and search a lot, choose the pros and cons. Like my sister usually buys a lot of things without thinking too much. She always think, oh, I need that, I'm going to buy that. So for me, we usually, as humans, we usually don't think too much. We make our decision, and I think we make decisions unconsciously. We don't even when we think too much about that, we already made our decision. Probably each won't change anything because we have our decision.
Yeah, like you said, the humans do a lot of decision around the emotional. And I was thinking here, and the easy is to make the decisions around the emotions, and the hard is to think before to do it. Is we have to use a lot of effort to think rationally and make the rational lead our decisions. So this is really hard. So I will skip some questions because I think the number 10 is really interesting and I want to know your opinion around that. So, Daphne, how does an emotional connection help a team stay together during a crisis?
Sorry, it's number 6.
I skip it to the number 10.
Okay. Yeah, I think emotional connections help us to be more unit because we need to have friends, to be in community, because one hand wash others. And if I can help you to speak English, you can help me to solve some problems, and which others can share and helping together, and together we are more strong. I believe in it. I believe when we live in community, we are more happy, we are more empathy, because we think in each others. We are a big family, and anybody is better than others. We just think we are different, and each one has your abilities to share.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's like each one pull the others so anyone get in back alone. And everyone is different. Everyone has his own abilities, their own abilities, and together this makes something that isn't so good be better. So yeah, this is really important. And for you, Lilian, about question 10.
From my perspective, basically on me, I think it's totally impossible to join a project without any connections, because you need to move towards the same goal, the same objective in the end. So I need to have connections with my team. I need to have connections with my colleagues, because when I don't have it, I don't care too much about the project. I don't care too much about the success, the outcomes. So for me, in my opinion, emotional connections doesn't help, but it is like necessary. It is crucial to make success. And I'm a leader of a team, and when I need to hire someone, the main thing for me to look for is the collaboration in this person. And I don't know if you heard about a book, Give and Take from by Adam Grant, and he wrote that are three types of people: givers, takers, and matchers. Givers are people who give more than receive, than get. And I try to look for givers for my team because in this case, these people will look for connections, will look for to help more people than get things for them. So for me, it is like essential.
Yeah, I agree with you. And for you, Julie, the question 10.
And emotional connection foster trust, solidarity, and the resilience. When 10 members feel valued and supported, they are more likely to collaborate and maintain motivation despite the challenges.
Yeah, it's true. Thank you. So the number 11. Daphne, if you were a CEO, would you prioritize the mission or the family or bond of the team?
Um, so for me, I prioritized the family barra bond because this bond, these connections, is so important to build a strong team. And if you don't have a bond, the environment turn a chaos. It's so hard to work in the environment where anybody trusting anybody or where there are just in fight or competitions. I prefer to work in an environment where the team is friendly, family with others, considering with others, and the missions is easily to achieve the missions to conclude the missions because the team is more friendly and unit. Without it, you can't to achieve the missions. I think is it.
Yeah, I agree with you. In a competitive environment, it's like people will try to do the best, but for not so good reasons. For example, to be better than the other. And if someone needs some help, wouldn't be anybody to help. And through the difficult situations, would be harder to deal with that because we'll not have the bond between the people. And for you, Lillian, what's your opinion around the question 11?
For me, first thing first, I never wouldn't like to be a CEO because I can't make this type of decisions. And from my perspective, I think it needs to have a balance. I think like having bonds is essential, but achieve the mission is essential too. Because for me, for example, I don't work because I like. I work because I need the money, because I like my life. I like to travel. I like to have my house, and I need this money because my parents they don't have money to give me. In the way, I like to have a good day of work here. I don't like to stay in an environment increases all the time. But in the end of the year, I also like to receive a bonus. And I think the main role for the CEO is to guarantee like a good environment, but achieving the mission of the company, because we need both. So I think it's more like a balance.
Yeah, it's hard to find this balance. Thank you, Lilian. And for you, Julie, the question 11.
11. I would balance both, but the team bond would be slightly prior. Nossa, essa palavra é bem difícil aqui, gente. Prior. Não tô conseguindo falar essa palavra. Vou falar meio português, tá? Prioritized. A strong, cohesive team can achieve the mission more effectively and sustainably. 10. Focus solely on results. Não sei se deu para entender alguma coisa.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, this is really hard to focus in all of these things. I think to be a CEO is really hard because have to think in a lot of important things, like you said, the mission, the sustainability, to be effective. All of this is hard to do, mainly in a work environment where everybody wants to be better than the others. So it's a hard position. So I think we have time for more one question before the other guys back. So Julie, the number 12. Can you train your brain to be more rational, or are we always emotional? I think your microphone is muted.
Sorry. You can train your brain to be more rational, strong reflection, mindfulness, and structured decision making. However, emotion will always influence perception and priorities. So complete the challenge is one realistic.
Yeah, like you say, the emotions will be present every time. So yeah, it's hard. It's a hard thing. Daphne, what about you? The question 12.
Yeah, it's interesting questions. Yeah, I think it's possible to train our brain to be more rational. I think it's the best way to take decisions, because when we think before to take a decision, usually we have a good results, and we avoid to hurt someone or to feel regretted. And it is not easy in the at beginner, but with the time, our brain use it to be more rational. I think the man's is more rational because they doesn't matter with the others, or they doesn't want to please or fit on the standards. They are who they are, and I think it's possible.
Yeah. Thank you, Daphne. Lillian, and for you.
I agree with Daphne. I think it is possible, and we can think about studying and going to the gym because it is like a rational decision that you need to make every single day. Because for me, it is a pleasant moment when I need to study. But I know for everyone it's not, and it is necessary. So you need to make this decision. It's like a train. You need to train your brain. And another thing is when you need to go to the gym. Uh, it is not something, oh, I would like to spend all my day at the gym. No, but I need to go. So for me, it is like uh, ongoing training because I need to say for myself, oh, I need to go, I need to go, I need to go.
Yeah, it's hard. And it's like we a lot of time had to fight against our own brain. It's hard. Thank you, Lydia. So welcome back, guys, from the another room. I think the others had to go out, but Ricardo, how was the conversation in the another room? And I would like to do the first question for you. So, do you consider yourself a rational or an emotional person?
My question on that on our another room. Uh, every every single person is have two sides, né? Emotional and rational. It's not possible to divide or extract this kind of thing. Oh, I'm sneak or avoid my emotional side and decide just rationally. Yeah, it's part of our souls. Né? Every single person is an individual and they have body soul. Né? So in this case, I'm sometimes you are sad, sometimes you feel sad feelings, anxious feelings, or any kind of feelings. Né? You wake up, you sometimes you tired, sometimes you watch a bad news on TV, sometimes you under pressure. But I consider rational person when even all of the feelings you try to analyze. You take some time to check pros and cons and decide. A lot of time, you decide sound like, oh, it's not possible to have a second chance. So yeah, sometimes you decide not so good. You check, analyze after some while. Oh, and that time is not the best decision. So in this case, you correct this route. What's mean? Except for doctors, uh, uh, we have a great advantage. Because when you decide any person died, if you are a doctor, okay, it's so hard, but for us, you check and, oh, it's not the best decision, I commit a mistake, okay, you get up and continue the fight, try to correct and move on. But I don't know why a lot of times you uh, feel like we are a doctors and the have to decide in that exact moment in the best solution, the best decision is a difference in the live or dead. So it's not exactly. That's it.
Yeah, it's hard to have a profession where we need to decide fast, and if we took the wrong decision, it could affect badly the others. So yeah, and for you, Iago, how was the conversation in the another room? And do you consider yourself a rational or an emotional person? Iago, are you there?
Sorry, guys. I've loved my conversation with Ricardo and Miss Katiana, because the questions was very good, because makes me feel very reflexive and very, very happy with the answer about the answer of colleagues. So was great.
So nice. So nice that you like it. And do you consider yourself more rational or emotional?
I believe that I'm a equilibrate, but I'm a rational person because I take action uh, based on logical. I believe that I'm a rational person.
Nice. Thank you for sharing with us. And here in the main room, the conversation was really nice too. And guys, I think that's it for today. I want to thank you all for coming, for having this conversation with me. And I also want to invite you for next week. We'll talk about is society becoming more divided. So I hope to see you again soon. So if you feel interested and have time for next week, please come. And that's it. Thank you for today and have a nice week. Bye.